AntiFairies are back in a big way. First, IREP returns, and now Hazel has her own AntiFairy? I'm gonna go over the latest episode of Fairly OddParents: A New Wish, and how it sneakily drops a lot of lore and sets up the final episodes of the season, which is only a few days away. But before I do, if you enjoy my content, please give me a like and subscribe. Thank you. Now, back to the show. Before I dive into this latest episode, let me catch you up on what's been going down in Fairly OddParents: A New Wish. Basically, this rich kid, Deb Dimmadome, grandson of Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, got a fairy named Perry, who is Cosmo and Wanda's son, formerly known as Poof. But they got into a fight because Deb was frustrated that Perry couldn't grant him any wishes that were against the rules. So they sort of broke up, leading to Perry's AntiFairy, IREP, to step in and take the spot of Deb's fairy godparent. Deb and IREP caused a lot of destruction and almost unalived Cosmo and Wanda before Jordan and Perry showed up and saved the day. Apparently, Perry had not officially put in his 2 weeks notice to quit being Deb's fairy, so technically, he is still Deb's fairy godparent. This will be important later. Anyway, that episode ended with Deb flying off and asking his computers to tell him everything they know about AntiFairies. Alright, with that, you're pretty much caught up. Now I can talk about the latest episode, Fairy for a Day. The episode opens up with Cosmo and Wanda talking about how excited they are for FairyCon, which is already a great callback to the time that Cosmo hosted FairyCon in Timmy's bathroom.
CosmoCon? Fairy convention? You put it in my bathroom? Are you nuts?
Hazel really wants to go with them, so she decides to cosplay as a fairy to get into the convention. Hazel puts on some fake wings that allow her to float, along with a fake wand and floaty crowny thing, so she fits in with the other fairies. At the convention, they see a music fairy singing a tribute to all the fairies they lost to Magical Backup this year. Magical Backup causes a fairy to explode if they don't grant wishes, and this was first set up in the episode The Same Game in the original series, where fairies started blowing up because they couldn't tell who their god kid was after Timmy wished for everyone to look the same. I believe that they are reintroducing this idea to possibly set up Perry being in danger of Magical Backup. Think about it, he's technically still Deb's godparent and hasn't granted a wish in weeks. I'm worried about Perry. Anyway, the episode continues, and Cosmo and Wanda are looking at all the cool merch at FairyCon, while Hazel fills out a verification certificate at the DMV booth due to her love of official documents. This causes Hazel to turn into a real fairy, just like that time Timmy turned into a fairy. No, we don't talk about that. Hazel loves being a fairy at first, but she doesn't know that becoming a fairy means you get your own AntiFairy. And that brings us to
Lezah!
As Hazel's AntiFairy, Lezah is the opposite of Hazel in every way. She has no gap in her teeth, perfectly straight hair, and a too cool for school attitude. She steals Hazel's verification certificate and causes chaos all around the fairy convention. Lezah and Hazel get into a big fight, and eventually Hazel is able to steal back her certificate and destroy it, thus turning her back into a human and destroying her AntiFairy, only leaving behind a pair of platform boots, which Cosmo takes as merch. And that's the end of the episode. While this episode didn't have a ton of plot, I think it did a lot to set up the idea of magical build-up and AntiFairies, both of which I think will be very important to the finale in just a few days. If you made it this far into the video, please like and subscribe. I'm a new YouTuber, so every little bit helps. Thank you so much. Goodbye!